Donald Trump gave a definition of conservatism recently. A definition of conservatism. And I want to play the audio for you. He was on, I forget which radio program it was. But he was simply asked, what's your definition of conservatism? And here was his answer. Take a listen.
What's your definition of conservative?
Well, I think it's a person that doesn't want to take overly risk. I think that's a good. I think it's a person that wants to, in terms of government I'm talking about, a person that wants to conserve, a person that wants to, in a financial sense, balance budgets, a person that feels strongly about the military, and I feel very strongly about the military. And, you have some of these people, they don't even want to focus on the military. Our military is falling apart. I feel I always have felt very, very strongly about the military. By the way, if you look at vision, when you look at the word vision, I was the one that said, take the oil. I've been saying that for years. And I said, take the oil. Let's take the oil. And nobody would listen. Then all of a sudden, after Paris, they started saying, maybe that's right. We'll take the oil. They still don't do it the proper way.
You mean for ISIS?
I was, which is a little bit different than a normal conservative, but I was very much opposed to the war in Iraq. A lot of these guys were all for the war in Iraq. Look what that's got us. They spent $2 trillion.
Is this still his definition of conservatism?
We're now handing Iraq over, just handing it over to Iran. Iran is going to take over Iraq. And I said that was going to happen. I said that years ago, in 2003, 2004, that Iran will take over Iraq with the largest oil reserves in the world. And that's not a conservative position. When I was, saying don't go into Iraq, I'm a very militaristic person. I'm very much into the military, and we'll build our military bigger, better, stronger than ever before. And that's safe. That's actually the cheapest thing to do as opposed to what we have right now. But I was opposed to the war in Iraq. Most conservatives were, let's go gung-ho. I mean, these guys, just about all of them, every one of them wanted the war in Iraq. Look what it got us.
Let me ask you.
All right, so about 10% of that audio clip was Donald Trump's definition of conservatism. And the remaining 90% of that audio clip was him talking about God knows what he used to support, what he didn't support in the past. Look, at Donald Trump, there's many good things about the guy. As I've said, and I will continue to say. But Donald Trump, let's be honest here, folks, he's a populist in many ways. In his definition of conservatism, he started talking about himself. And look, I don't expect the guy to become all philosophical. But it seems to me, listening to this audio clip, that Donald Trump really doesn't have a well-rounded, complete idea of what conservatism truly is. And if he does truly know what it is, that is the deeper, more profound definition, he doesn't know how to articulate it. And that's a problem, folks. That's a problem. Conservatism is a philosophy that relies on experience, relies on logic and reasoning to create a better tomorrow. Conservatism believes in a strict adherence to our founding documents in order to promote and pass on the basic principles of liberty. This adherence to the Constitution under the definition of conservatism applies to property rights. It applies to the right to life for everyone, both born and unborn. And it applies to the rule of law. But beyond that, and this is something that I've said in the past, and I truly believe this with every fiber of my being, that conservatism is a way of life. It's a mindset. It's a way of thinking, a thought process that returns to your head every time you wake up and get out of bed in the morning. It's a way of life. It's a philosophy that says I am free to live my life the way I want to live my life. I am independent, and I will remain independent. I will work for myself and provide for myself and work for my family and provide for my family. There's a sense of, simply put, being neighborly, I would say falls under the definition of conservatism, helping each other out, helping friends out when they're in need, being charitable, a healthy family structure. This is all conservatism. This is what it is. It's an adherence to our foundational principles, but it's also literally a way of life, an outlook on life. An outlook that says, I'm not a victim. I'm blessed to be living in this country, and I'm going to shoot for the stars. An outlook that says, I don't need the government holding my hand every step of the way. Because I can succeed because I live in America, because I am a capable, working American. That's what conservatism is. It's a much deeper, much more profound definition than what Donald Trump offered.